All right. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope that you are having a great Friday. The day after Christmas. I was at Thanksgiving. Can you believe that? Man, welcome out to episode number 562 of 15 Minutes to Mastery. We're back at it. And yes, look, we weren't here yesterday. It was Christmas. You guys should have been with your family. You should have been spending that time there. But we're back, and it's an afternoon edition. It's Friday afternoon. Want to get you primed and ready for Selling Saturday tomorrow. And we're talking about how to overcome doubt. Check it out. Susie Chasm writes, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. That is powerful when you stop thinking about it. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Man, have you found yourself just wondering, why are these buyers not moving forward? Why are they taking so long? Why don't they get back to me? Why don't they answer me? Why aren't they moving and just they wanted the house, it's in the price, it's everything. Why are they doing it? Well, I'll tell you why. Because there's doubt. There's doubt. They have doubt. And guess what? You have doubt as well. And when you have doubt and you mix that all up with their doubt, well, you wind up costing yourself business. You wind up costing yourself success. You wind up causing yourself stress by simply allowing doubt to exist. So I want to talk about that really quick because look, 2026 is what we are calling our year of intentionality. I'm telling you what, look, I'm going to share something with you guys. We have done some great things over the last almost 3 years, right? April's going to be 3 years since MH Sales Mastery has been around. We've come a long way. We are nowhere near where we're going to be, and we're nowhere near accomplishing everything that we can and will. But we've done a lot of great stuff, and we've had a lot of things that fell in our favor, and it's all been due to the fact that I've just been super intentional with this, even in the face of doubts, even in the face of rejections. The 7 months at the beginning of no business whatsoever, zero, but all of you telling me no for 7 months straight. Imagine you starting your job, wherever your career, wherever you started selling manufactured homes, and if you went 7 months of nothing, oh my God, where would you be? So anyway, look, I know doubt. I know doubt. But this year, I'm telling you, 2026 is going to be the year of intentionality for MH Sales Mastery. In other words, we're going to be super, even more intentional about things. But we are going to be speaking to you, training you, bringing you information on intentionality all year long, because 2026 could be set up to be one of the most incredible financial years in your life if you do this the right way. But if you've got doubts, my gosh, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be rough. It's going to be hard. Look, if you're out there right now, I'd love to hear from you. Type in the comments. What doubts do you have? What are you doubting right now when it comes to your career, or maybe your employer, or maybe it has something to do with something else, right? If you've got any sort of doubts holding you back, it's keeping you from moving forward to every single level that you can achieve. I'm just here to tell you straight up. Okay. Look, man, in my background before having launched MH Sales Mastery, I've done some screwed up shit. Okay. There's no, everything was stacked against me. But we kept fighting, and we keep moving with intentionality and without any sort of doubt. There were doubts inside of me, believe me, especially after those 7 months. Like, is this going to happen? Is it going to happen? But I kept believing. My belief was stronger than the doubt. And that's what got us to where we got our first client, then our next client, and more and more. And where last year we wound up redesigning the whole national training program for the National Association for Manufactured Housing. And now, man, in 2026, believe me, we got some other stuff that's coming along that you are going to just be blown away by. But anyway, that doubt can kill you. can kill your dreams, can kill every sort of progress that you've made. And it also could just kill your business, because when your buyers have doubts, okay, and you don't address those doubts, your buyers have doubts and you don't address those doubts, they will never move forward in making the decision that you need them to make, just like you don't move forward in making the decisions you need to make because you have doubts. Well, I'm not going to go all in, I'm going to do this on the side, I'm going to get this job, and you're over here thinking about everything else, right? And you're looking during the day because it's not busy, you haven't had any buyers, your deals fell apart, your pipeline just went to crap. Now you're looking for other opportunities. And instead of having that singularity of focus and overcoming those doubts, you give in to those doubts and you don't put in a full effort. You're not learning the things you need to learn, and you let buyers slip through your hands. Well, that's just you. Now imagine your buyers. Every single one of them has doubts. You have to understand that. Every single one of your buyers has some sort of doubt, some sort of fear, some sort of concern. And when you aren't addressing those for them, they're never going to make the decision. They're never going to make the decision. And buyers today are more educated. They're more cautious. They will take their time with it, even though more buyers are buying this year than they did last year. You just may not be seeing them because your doubts don't allow you to market as much as you should. They don't allow you to spend as much time as you should on your phone. The words don't come out in the way that it's influential for those people on the other end of the line, because you have your level of belief and your doubts are keeping you from doing it. So, my friends, you have to understand this. Certainty, intentionality is what's going to help you crush 2026. And we only gain certainty from continuing to grow, continuing to learn, continuing to push ourselves. I was just carrying out some interviews for one of our clients earlier today, and in talking to several people. And that's one of the things that I was talking to them about, which was the fact that you're not going to know everything, but you need to take the time to understand this, that if you're going to go from being a person who maybe made 50, 60, $75,000 in a year to now taking advantage of this opportunity and making 150, 200, $250,000, you don't do that just on hustle. You do that by leveling up as individuals. So removing that doubt, going all in, learning what you got to learn so that you can have more certainty, so that then you can go out and eliminate the doubt for your buyers. So I want you to understand that. What I want you to take from today's 15 Minutes of Mastery is this: how do I eliminate doubt for myself, but more importantly for my buyers? But just understand this: you'll never completely do it for your buyers when you have doubts. So how bought in are you? How bought in are you into your career, into the industry, into the product, into the financing? How bought in are you? There was a guy who worked for one of our other clients, and actually wound up having to let him go a few months back because he just didn't believe in the product, didn't believe in the whole idea, and it comes through. So doubt will kill your dreams more than failures will. The failures are, that marketing didn't work. Oh, that type of phone call didn't work. Me saying this during the sales presentation, that didn't work. I have to get better at overcoming objections. Those are just failures. And those failures are good when you learn from them, when you adapt your presentation, when you learn more to be able to overcome those things. So that failure is not going to kill you as long as you keep moving forward, as long as you keep learning, you keep growing, you keep pushing yourself. But doubt will always, always, always take you down. If you are a manager out there right now, if you're some sort of sales manager, general manager, I don't care. If you're in some sort of leadership role and you have somebody struggling, that person is doubting something. That person is doubting. Now the doubt in them may come in the form of they just don't have enough education on whatever it is that we do, right? In manufactured home sales, they may be lacking the training that they need, but that's causing doubt. that's causing hesitation. And then when they're sitting in front of the buyers or they're talking to buyers on the phone, the buyers feel that, they hear it, they sense it, and then their doubts are highlighted even more. They're enhanced even more. So what are the things that we can do right now? What can you do right now to be able to overcome doubt? Well, I'm glad you asked. Check it out. First and foremost, you have to learn your buyer's doubts. What are the doubts that your buyers always come with, right? If you're in the community space, site rent. Hands down, site rent is the biggest doubt. Why do I have to pay it? How long do I have to pay it for? Is it going to go up? Oh my God, that's so much site rent. So what is your rebuttal to that? What is the benefit to the buyer having site rent as opposed to owning land on their own? Being in your community as opposed to going out and getting a land home package. What is that benefit? That's what you've got to look at, right? Learn your buyer's doubts. For those of you in retail, fact of the product, having to be out in further areas, right? Those kinds of things could be the doubts that your buyers are running or are feeling, thinking. So you've got to learn those. You got to understand those, and then figure out, how can I eliminate that doubt? The next thing you have to do is learn your own doubts. What are you doubting? If you aren't thriving in this industry, if you aren't earning every bit of the income that you had hoped for and believed that you should have, it's coming down to doubts. There's some sort of doubt. Are you out there doing a side job? Are you out there, man, on your days off? You're out there going out and doing a job half the day for a couple $100 when you could have just dove into learning things you got to do that half a day, and then gone out and sold a house and made 10 times as much. Learn your own doubts. What are you doubting? And then go eliminate those doubts. And usually it comes down to a lack of information. It comes down to a lack of proper knowledge for yourself. That's where that doubt comes from. And the next thing you got to do is you have to expect those doubts, both from the buyers and yourself. I told you at the beginning, right when I started the company, man, I had doubts. I believed at the beginning, like, this is, everybody's going to want it, everybody's going to love it. There's nothing like it in the industry, and no one would listen to me. Everybody thought I was crazy. People would like just blow me off totally. And it started to creep in. Oh my God. At nights, I'd be freaking out and I'd have those doubts, but I'd have to come back the next morning stronger, more prepared, and just continue to fight that fight, right? Because the next thing you need to know is learn why those doubts are not correct. They are untrue. They are not warranted. It's simply fear that is taking over, but you have to learn why that's so. What's the doubt you have? Is it the product? Is it the financing? Dive into that. And once you learn that better, you're going to feel better about it, and you eliminate the doubt. So learn why those doubts are incorrect. And lastly, you got to push past the doubt, push through the doubt, and understand this. It's always going to come back. I have there's a young man who reached out to me not too long ago and asked for mentorship, right? And we've been having calls together. And in our most recent call, or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about this. When you are a high performer, when you're looking to accomplish big things, you will always have doubts. You're always going to wonder if you're doing as much as you possibly can. You're always going to wonder what you're lacking. You're going to have those doubts in you. But it's simply because you're trying to get to that next level. You see, if you were already there, you wouldn't have those doubts. But guess what? When you reach that level, and if you're that type of person that keeps pushing yourself for more, well, as you look up, oh my gosh, how do I get there? There's going to be doubts. So it never goes away. That's going to be a lifelong thing until they put you 6 feet under, or until you stop trying to do things. But if you're going to be that type of person who is out there striving to do big things, to do great things, you will always have doubts. You will always wonder if you're on the right path. You'll feel like everything's going to fall apart, because it can. It can fall apart just like that. But if you are the type of person who understands that, oh crap, you know what? When I first started selling these things 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I didn't even know where I was going to get started. And look at where I'm at now. and you feel comfortable with where you're at. But then if you're that type of person, you're like, well, I'm here now, but man, I'd really like to be a sales manager or a GM. And like, oh, but how do I do that? Right? How am I going to lead a team? How am I going to help? What if they don't listen to me? What if they don't take to me? There's always going to be doubts. That's part of life. That's part of business, part of growth. So, my friends, I'm here to tell you, you will never, ever, 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 ever eliminate doubt completely. But it should come in stages. The doubt should never be, will this work? That's totally different type of doubt. This industry works. The money is there. People need what you have. The doubt should never be, is that manufacturer home sales gig going to work? It shouldn't be that. The doubt should be, what's it going to take for me to get to that next level? What's it going to take for me to be able to reach that new goal? What's it going to take for me to go from 100 to 150,000? That's where the doubt should be. Can I do that? Can I put in the amount of work? Can I learn the things that I need to learn in order to be able to reach that level? And I'll give you the answer to that. Yes, you can. Now, whether or not you do it is a different story. Whether or not you put in the work that it takes to be able to do that, whether you're willing to sacrifice relationships, friends, or people you consider friends, acquaintances, family members sometimes, that you have to sacrifice so that you can become the next version of you. That is the part that is not guaranteed. Okay? You'll lose people. They won't understand. Let's go party. Man, I remember when you used to be fun and you used to like to do this and that. Yeah, you know what I like more? I like taking trips. I like having money. I like helping people. I like doing great things for me and my family. I like where I'm going. I like these things that I'm after. I like that more than I like the weekend out getting drunk and then not feeling like crap the rest of the next few days. So if you truly want to hit whatever next level you're after, eliminate the doubts, be intentional, make 2026 your year of intentionality, because that's what it's going to be about here at MH Sales Mastery. Man, I'm telling you, we've done some great things. You guys have probably seen it already, right? And we did that. We did the whole training program for the National Association. We've got those MH Sales Mastery Lives now, where we're traveling across the country, man, putting on these shows. We got people coming out to them. We got speakers coming out. We're having a great time. We got mixers. We got VIP dinners. We've got a whole bunch of fun, a lot of stuff going on, and then we've got these new programs that we've put out, and we've got a couple of new things coming up here in 2026 that I am like, holy crap, where did this come from? And I'm here to tell you, it all came from having that little bit of paranoia that kept me moving forward as fast as I possibly can with intentionality. So my suggestion to you is go out and do the same. And if there's any way that we can help you here, we're here to help, man. All you got to do is reach out. You know how to do it. You know exactly how to do this. And if you can be with us either in Phoenix in February, all right, well, you've got a few hours left. What is it? 5:20 now here Central at midnight. In less than 7 hours, the 50% off price goes away for MH Sales Mastery Live for Phoenix. Okay, be back. You can pay a full price on that. We've had plenty of people take advantage of it. You can go on our website right now, use the promo code NEWWAVE, Noel, NOEL, and get your price, your ticket at 50% off. But you can be in Phoenix in February. You can be in Chicago in May. You can be in Orlando in July, or you can be back here in Dallas in October of 2026. But make your plans now. Surround yourself with the people that are going to hold you accountable, push you to accomplish the things you did not even realize you could do. You wanted to, but you didn't think you could. You can, as long as you got the right support behind you. All right. You guys have a great Friday, man. Be blessed. Continue to do some great things. Set yourself up for a fantastic Selling Saturday. And yes, we're going to be in here in the morning tomorrow with our Selling Saturday edition of 15 Minutes to Mastery. And until then, my friends, you know that we're here to take your life, your business, and your career to a whole new level here at MH Sales Mastery. So until next time, as always, I can't wait to meet you.